Steve Rozenberg with Empire Industries, Property Management and Realty Services. Today what I want to talk about is how do you pick the right tenant, or what are the things that you can do to try not to pick the wrong tenant. So what I've learned as an investor myself, as well as a property management company owner, is if I don't know what I'm looking for, I'll never find it. Meaning if I don't have the right goals and I don't have the right system set up with the right qualifications, I won't find that perfect tenant that I'm looking for. So what you want to do when you're trying to find a good tenant is find out what is the definition of a good tenant in your mind. Is it certain amount of income? Maybe it's 3 times of what the rent would be. Are you willing to take someone with maybe a checkered past, maybe somebody with an eviction or somebody that maybe has an arrest? If you're not, then that is not someone that you want. Also, do you want to take someone that is in a certain price range? So depending on where your rental is. These are some things you want to think about. Do you want to allow pets? So what I have learned as well, I'm also a pilot. And one of the things I learned about being a pilot is you have to trust your instruments when you're flying a plane. That is also true when you have policies and procedures and you're trying to do something like pick the right tenant. Going off of your gut when you're flying an airplane is the worst thing you could do. Going off of your gut when you're picking a tenant also is the worst thing you could do. You need to make sure that when you are picking a tenant, you are using your instruments, which are your qualifications. You want to make sure you know what you will take, what you won't take. And also, one of the important things that I always stress when you're picking a tenant is make sure they follow through on what they say. This is kind of their best behavior. So if you say, I need paperwork, I need financials, I need this, I need that, if they don't get that to you in a timely manner, set a deadline. I need this by Thursday, 5 p.m. If they don't do that, that's an indication of how they are going to be a renter. And it's probably only going to go downhill from there. So if they're not doing what you want or what you expect initially, you want to be very careful of accepting them. The other thing is I have learned, my experience, is that if you look at their past, you'll see their future. Meaning, if somebody has a checkered past of evictions, maybe skipping around to different jobs, maybe they don't stay in a place very long, what are the odds that they're going to stay with you a very long time? Probably unlikely. So again, these are the things you want to think about when you are picking a tenant and you're trying to identify what tenant you want. And what a perfect tenant is you want to identify what your perfect tenant is. So set your qualifications. We probably lease about 30 to 40 houses a month in the Dallas area. If you want our qualifications, we're happy to share them with you. Obviously, if you'd like for us to lease your property, we can do that. If you're looking to have us help you buy a property, sell a property, or just manage the property, we can do that as well. But don't try to just figure it out on your own. Use a proven method that works. We have a 1% eviction rate. So we're pretty good at picking the right tenants. We know what questions to ask. More importantly, what you can't ask because of legal limitations and fair housing and discrimination laws, but also we know what recipe will find a good tenant. So if you want, give us a call here at Empire. We'd be happy to talk to you. We are in the Dallas area. We want to work with you. We work with investors, whether you're new, whether you're experienced. We want to make sure that we help you buy the right property and also finding the right tenant, because you can find a great property, put a bad tenant in, and all bets are lost. And you don't want that. You want to make sure that you're picking the right tenant. You want to make sure that you're making passive income, not working for that income, which what happens a lot of time when you do not pick the right tenant. So this is one of the top ways I would say to pick the right tenant. Have policies, have procedures, have qualifications, stick to them, and a lot less problems will happen with you. This is Steve Rozenberg with Empire Industries here in Dallas, Texas. I'd like to thank you for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.